Hi guys, welcome back to Sunderland RTG. It's now episode 30, so this is the start of season 3. So as I say, if we have a quick look at the calendar, obviously we're actually starting at the end of July here. Obviously we had a good pre-season, obviously won the tournament, beating AZ in the final, 2-1 coming from behind. So the youngsters looking pretty good. I think we've got quite a good batch of youngsters in the team. Obviously a lot of them we are loaning out this season. As we say, we brought in higher rated, a couple of higher rated loanees that we're going to use. But yeah, so getting into the championship, obviously we're playing Sheffield United today, and then we're going to play away against Stoke. We are then going to sim the West Brom game in the Carabao Cup. I think obviously this year is all about getting promoted, so the cups we aren't going to worry about too much this year. Obviously if we did get promoted next year, then it would probably start to pay a bit more attention to the cups. Obviously it'd still be trying to stay in the Premier League really, but yeah, so Carabao Cup we're not going to worry about. We'll play the reserves in there, and then we'll play Forest to finish the episode. And then obviously next episode we'll have 3 games: Bristol City away, Brentford at home, and Leeds away. So difficult opening month or so of the season really. A lot of the best teams. So yeah, looking at the standings, obviously I think this year we are going to be one of the better teams. I have had a look at the squads of the other teams. I'd say apart from possibly West Brom and Sheffield United, who we're playing now, playing West Brom today, this episode as well. So we've got 2 of the strongest teams in the league. I'd say they are the standout ones. Obviously you then have Brentford and other teams that are probably on a par with us really. But yeah, I think we'll definitely be pushing for that automatic. Hopefully, obviously Sheffield United or West Brom don't perform as well as what their ratings say. But yeah, I'd expect we'll be fighting automatic promotion with those 2 really, and then obviously playoffs if we have to, but ideally not. But let's go into this game now then against Sheffield United. So obviously a big game to start the season, obviously against one of our main rivals. So as you can see from our team, obviously we've got De La Vega. Obviously our new signings come straight in. Apart from that, it's pretty much the team from last year. Obviously the ratings have all started to go up, so we're looking quite good. So let's see how we get on. So here we are, first day of the season, Stadium Light. It's looking a nice sunny day. As I say, Sheffield United, I think they're going to be our strongest rivals throughout the season really. So it'd be great to get 3 points against them to start the season. So let's have a quick look at the Sheffield United team, see what they're bringing on. So they've got obviously Basham still in there, Baldock at the back, Aziz, Sanderberger, Oliver Norwood, Emmanuel Dennis and Boado up front. So obviously a very strong and quick front 2. So that's definitely gonna challenge our defenders today. Let's get into this and see if we can obviously go forward with our attacking players. Magic out to Declan John. So Declan John, we've started with him at left back. Obviously Denver Hume as well. He's definitely going to be pushing for a starting place more often than not. So I think that's definitely one position where we're going to be. It's going to go down on just recent performances really. Obviously we've started Declan John. If he has a bit of an off game, then that straight away gives Denver Hume the chance to get back into it. Oh, he's done well there, Magia. Held his man off, and here's Vega. So his first little bit of a chance there for De La Vega. Oh, on, Peters. He's been crunched, but can't quite get up fast enough. So yeah, it's going to be good to see obviously how Pedro de la Vega goes. Obviously he's only a youngster, 20 years old. He's coming from the Argentinian leagues. Willis has done well there. So Manuel Dennis, look, 23 years old. He's definitely a really good player. I think he'll definitely, obviously he's like Premiership quality really. So Sheffield United have done well to get him. Chris Basham, what a chance there. Got to this corner and he's got a little flash on it. It's flashed across the goal. Sheffield United captain, that would have been a great start for them. Oh, and we've given that away. That's a bad pass there, but Bailey Wright's done well. Jackson into Scowen now. Scowen, he'll come back, but he's giving it away, and Sheffield United are full of pressure here, and these front two, we said they're going to be quick. Definitely looking dangerous, and we can't be giving the ball away that cheaply. Archie Jackson into Madja. Madja looking for Peters, but he's come back inside instead to Power. Power now. Gets it to Archie Jackson. He'll have a strike on that left foot. It's a good save and it's still in. Didn't go out there. And the bicycle kicks brought it away, and Oliver Norwood. Oh, and Dennis. Already you can see that they split and go into the channels. Obviously they have a narrow midfield. They don't really play with the wingers, so obviously it's their game plan to have those quick strikers actually, rather than just stay up top, they actually do spread and go out wide. Yeah, Wagnerman. Peters is just offside there. We tried to wait for him to get back onside. He got back onside, but then just strayed again. Well up. De La Vega. That's ball into Jackson. Archie Jackson now. It's a nice ball to Madja. Madja dinks it in nicely. And Max Power. What a run. It was Power that played Madja away. Madja, a lovely little cross. Max Power continued his run on. And there is our first goal of the season. The home fans are very happy here. It's a lovely pass, lovely dink, ball back over to him. Madja on the volley. No chance for the keeper there. Max Power, that's a great start for him. He's just side-footed it actually. Looked like he'd lashed it a bit. Actually, very controlled there by Max Power. What a start for us. Obviously, first goal of the season for Max Power. It's an excellent start to the season. Sheffield United now. How do they respond? Wadu. Manuel Dennis has come short. Stevens. Chris Basham. Back to Stevens now. Stevens, it's a good ball. Sonny Layton though gets out there and does well. And here's De La Vega. De La Vega will look over the top for Madja. It's a great ball, Madja. What a touch by Josh Madja. Oh, and got it away. Egan's taking it out for a corner, but what a ball that was. And the control by Madja was fantastic. Took it into his run. The keeper's done well to get it away. Peters inside Scowen. Scowen, that's a lovely ball. Archie Jackson, it's a lovely pass. And Max Power, how's he missed that? Oh, Max Power. And that has just gone by the post, but what a chance. That should have been the second goal. Should have been Max Power's second goal. So as they said in commentary, will that come back to bite us? Definitely should have been 2-0. It was a wonderful ball there by Archie Jackson. Just got in max power. Perfect ball. Oh, Peter, I think he's been given us a free kick there. So it's an early change. It's like Ravel Morrison's coming on. Oliver Norwood has been sacrificed. So Emmanuel Dennis does come very deep. Obviously, comes deep, goes out to the wings as well. He's definitely got a free roll, you would think. Oh, it's played up nicely. Keeper, surely. It is Sonny Layton. Taking his time here. Nice ball out to De La Vega. Oh, tried to just roll it there back to Declan John, but it's gone out for a throw. We don't want to start getting pinned back in our own half here. Obviously, we're a little bit disappointed that we've not taken the 2-0 lead, but we can't dwell on that. We need to still continue to go forward, try and catch them on the counter. And here is De La Vega. De La Vega plays it back. It's deflected and goes over the bar. Max power, so it's come out firing today. Oh, it's just off the toe of the defender there. It's good block. Get it in. Can't get the first header. Don't think we've got the second header either, but it does fall to Max Power here. Max Power looking for somebody to play it to. It's Jackson. Can he keep that in? Bob, man. Just stretching. So Firmino going to Juventus. It's a lot of money, but Firmino, he must be going towards the 30s in this save at the minute. So it's a lot of money for a 30-year-old. Declan John, Max Power in space yet again. And here is Jackson. It's going to fall to Max Power. Oh, what a chip! That is beautiful. Max Power. Absolutely come out firing today. So how it's fallen to him is very lucky. But what an audacious finish. So it falls to Jackson. Tries to get on the left foot. It's well blocked and what a chip. Just dinks it over the keeper. The keeper absolutely no chance. And Max Power. That is perfection. And he does get his second goal, so makes up for his earlier miss. And it's 2-0 now for Sunderland. And just steering over the tannoy there. Max Power picking up the man of the match. I think there's nobody else close to him today. Danny Loader. It's into Archie Jackson. Archie Jackson tries to drop the shoulder. Plays it into George Honeyman. Oh, come on, George. So he's not been... Obviously, he's gone from being the starter to being a bit part player, really, since Archie Jackson, halfway through last season, really stepped up. Obviously, his stamina started to improve. I think we took off a bit of his responsibility with aggressive defending, so I think that helped his stamina. There's a good chance early on from Basham, but it's a good solid 2-0 victory to beat obviously a very strong team to start with. And look at those facts. Absolutely dominated them, really. Sheffield United had very few chances. Very happy with that. So West Brom did start with a win, 2-1 away. Brentford a good win, 4-0. So Brentford are going to be a strong outfit as well. We are now going to be going up against Stoke. Stoke started the season with a 3-0 victory, so it's definitely going to be another tough game. If we have a quick look at the Stoke lineup, So we've got Jack Butland still in the goal, Vimmer's still in there, Edwards, and Joe Allen's in there in midfield, Klukas is out there, Campbell. Obviously it's looking a decent team. It's not too bad. Obviously if you look at our team as well, we've had a lot of growth. Obviously we started in a new month, so De La Vega and Jackson have both increased. Peters has gone up a rating. I think Wagnerman's also gone up, so a lot of players already increasing their ratings. Obviously we didn't see too much of De La Vega in the first game, but obviously Max Power having a fantastic start to his season. Just as we say that, De La Vega getting a good challenge in to get the ball away there. Here is Archie Jackson. Jackson back to Declan John. Goes to De La Vega here. De La Vega looking for the ball over. It's gone right through. Wagnerman. Oh, it's tackled away from him, but he's kept hold of it. Oh, Josh Scowen trying to force that ball through to Madja. It's well blocked. Oh, it's a bit short. Tris Peters got in there, but it has deflected out for a throw. So in the week in between, we did have some transfer offers as well. Oh, it's a good chance. Decent header. Yeah, Stoke actually did come in to try and buy Lyndon Gooch. And we have rejected it though. Lyndon Gooch, I think he's still going to have some game time, even though obviously we've brought in De La Vega, and then we've also obviously got Matonda on loan. I think Lyndon Gooch is still going to get some game time this season. Oh, the man has to come out to Sanchez here. Yeah, so we rejected that, and we also had an offer from Utrecht for Tris Peters, for I think it was about 10 million. So, well, obviously he's very much in our future plans, so we're going to keep hold of him. But we have let Thomas Janssen, so obviously the young striker that we. Oh, that's a great ball, and Jackson gets off his account. Gets his account going, shall I say, and that is a good first goal today. Madja, it's a good rollback, trying to get the ball through himself, but it's a lovely ball in Archie Jackson on his right foot, in fact. So, not the cleanest of strikes, but we'll take it. Archie Jackson, and that gets his first goal of the season. Wagnerman still going here. Wagnerman tries to get it back to Madja. Oh, and just can't get there either. And it has come out to Stoke men now. And midfield has been bypassed. Try and hold him up here. Done just about enough there with Willis, but they have managed to work it through. Campbell. Oh, and it's gone off the bar. What a goal that would have been. And obviously he's looking for the cross, but Sonny Layton, I think he was beat. Peters, nice ball into Josh Scowen there. Scowen comes inside, plays it to Archie Jackson. Archie Jackson smashes it off the post. What a chance! De La Vega looking for Madja in the middle. And it's Stoke this time, Stoke's turn to be lucky this time. It's a good ball though. Campbell is in behind. Oh, Bailey Wright, what a challenge. Oh, and here's a good chance. De La Vega is on his run here. Nice ball. George Honeyman. Try to whip it over there. Wimmer gets over there and knocks it out for a corner. Actually, all the while, this is taking time is coming off the clock here. Archie Jackson to Josh Scowen. Josh Scowen. Nice ball to Honeyman. Honeyman, I think Madja, is he offside? I don't think he was, and it's still there. Still bouncing around the keeper. Trying to get it, and it's. I thought the keeper had picked it up, but it was still rolling around. Could have been a second there. So now it's just keep hold of the ball, really. Tris Peters comes back in on this left foot, trying to get that ball in. Honeyman. Asking Scowen. We'll go back for Honeyman now. Honeyman. Oh, it's a great little ball! Honeyman, what a chance! Oh, that was fantastic footwork. What a strike. That has just scraped the top. We've got to have a replay of this. So he cuts inside. He just gets a little touch. Nice little dink onto the left foot. Strikes it. How is that killed away from that top corner? What a goal that would have been. That would have been magical. But all the time it's knocking down. More and more time I think we'll bring on Yearwood just for the last few seconds here. Obviously waste a few more seconds of the game. Drew Yearwood getting his first bit of action for us. Obviously he'll be starting in the sim game in the Carabao Cup. So surely now, just seconds remaining. So they pumped it out to the left here, but again, not much urgency. Luke 09 cut it out, and it's a 1-0 victory. We've started with back-to-back wins. So obviously two very strong teams to start the season. Obviously away against Stoke after a home game against Sheffield United, and we've picked up 6 out of 6 points. That's as good as we could have hoped for. But this time obviously Stoke did have more chances today. I wouldn't say that Leighton was actually, it wasn't that pressed really. Didn't have too many decent chances to save. So Sheffield United did get their first win, so they did win 2-1. Brentford again, a big win, 4-1. Right, and we're back. So we are now home against West Brom in the Carabao Cup. As I say, we are gonna play the reserves. So obviously so our first team's not too badly fatigued really, but obviously because we have a game at the weekend. If we have a quick look. So we do play Forest in only 3 days at home that we're going to play. Obviously we're concentrating on the Championship, so we're going to play the reserves in this game against West Brom, which will allow that first team to be fully fit in the next game. So obviously we've got Danny Loader up top, Alexander and Matonda out wide. Obviously we're going to play Matonda because it's a sim game. Yeah, so everybody else is pretty much as they were. Ostergaard, he's gone up a rating as well, so he's already up 73 ratings now. Matonda as well, I think he went up, he's now 76 rated. So we'll see how this reserve team goes on against West Brom. So obviously I'm not sure if West Brom's going to have their first team in there. And we do go through, so it's a 1-1 draw, 4-3 on penalties. So Harrison Alexander gets us the goal. Sabozlai did equalise for them, but then we go through on penalties. So a good start in the Championship, in the Carabao Cup. So a lot of money being thrown around. Obviously, if we look at ours, we've got 9 million still left in our budget, but as I've said before, I'm very happy with the squad we have at the minute. So if we look at our team, well, if we go into the squad view, because obviously we like to have two players for each position. So as I say, Sonny Leighton's obviously our starter, and then we've got Pierre Martin. He's showing good potential, great potential. He's at 67 rated. We have Henriksen. I think he'll come back in January. So then in January we'll have the decision whether to obviously keep him or maybe sell him on. Obviously we still have that objective that we do need to make 2.7 million from our youth players. So Henriksen could be one that we do sacrifice. So he's worth 1.4. Hopefully, if he goes up another rating or two, could potentially sell on Henriksen, because we have a decent young keeper in our reserves at the minute as well. So we'll have to see about that. Obviously, Declan John and Denver Hume are still battling it out for that left back spot at the minute, and then we've got Peter Farrell. Obviously, he's an exciting prospect, the Irish player. He's slightly unhappy at the minute. I think contract wise, we haven't put him on a new contract yet. So his wage demands, I think he was asking for too much money when we tried the first time. So we try and get it for 1.5. So it's 1.9. He's wanting a rotation for 5 years. I think we'll accept that. So obviously that's going to improve his morale. I think Peter Farrell, he's obviously looking a really good player. We'll try and give him game time as much as we can this season. And then possibly maybe loan him out. Or maybe, obviously Declan John's played well, 26, so they're still young, the players that we do have. Obviously the right back's a little bit different in the fact that 09, well, he's only 26 as well, so 09's a good backup to Wagnerman. So yeah, there's not really the space for him to move into as a starter at the minute, so he could potentially be one that we could possibly loan out in January. Obviously, he's definitely one that we're going to want to keep, I think, but maybe loan him just to keep him happy, really, because he's not going to get as much game time as he perhaps will want. Willis and Bailey Wright, I'm happy with them as a partnership. Obviously, Bailey Wright's now 29, so he is starting to push on a bit. So if we did get to the Premier League, I would definitely be looking for a world-class centre-back or a Premier League class centre-back to come in, possibly to take Bailey Wright's spot. And then obviously we'd have Jordan Willis with this new player, and Bailey Wright would be a good backup for another year or two. So we definitely wouldn't be selling him on, but he definitely probably wouldn't still be our main starter. And Tommy Smith, obviously we're going to be letting go at the end of the season. So he's 31. Stats still not going down at the minute, so he's still doing all right. But and possibly if we didn't get promoted, we could possibly extend his contract, because I think he'd do a job for us where we are. Leo Ostergaard, obviously 21 years old. He's looking pretty good. 73 overall at the minute. He could potentially be somebody we do buy. So he could be the player that we do buy. But again, I'm not sure, because obviously he's at Brighton at the minute. He wasn't getting game time. That's why he's been loaned out to us. So he's probably not as high rated as I would like. But saying that, 73, if he goes up another couple of ratings, he could be perfect for us. And the fact that he is only 4.8 million, obviously he might be a good option, really. And then obviously we have our youth players that we're going to work out where they go. Max Power's 28, so again, eventually we're going to... So Max Power being 28, eventually we are going to need to... Obviously that's where Drew Yearwood and Barley Mumba come into. So that's where they start then picking up more game time, as obviously Scowen and Max Power really start to drop off. So they're both 28, but at the minute obviously Max Power's playing well. It's gone up another rating as well at the minute. So they're both heavily in the plans at the minute. Obviously Matondra on loan is not really going to get much game time. Alexander, I think this is obviously a big year for him. We need to see if we can really step it up with him this year. Button is not really growing, so he's 66 overall. I think he's probably going to be, at the end of the season, he'll be, or maybe even in January, we could possibly look to sell him on. I don't think he's going to get any kind of game time. Barley Mumba, obviously we're pushing on now, trying to get his overall up a little bit higher. Obviously him and Drew Yearwood are the future really, that centre mid. And Sean Brown, obviously, if he can go out on loan, that'll be good. Drew Yearwood. Hall, I think he's loan listed at the minute, but we'll probably look to sell him. So even if he does go out on loan, he'll be somebody we'll sell either in the summer or maybe in January. Honeyman, obviously, is not getting a massive amount of game time, but we're happy to keep him as that backup cam. Saying that, Harvey Allen, once he comes back in January, we're going to have to look to find both of these guys a place, really, Marcus Roberts and Allen. We'll obviously see what the stats are like, see what they play like as well when they do come back. But potentially we could obviously look to sell one of these two guys off. Obviously we don't need this many cams, so one of those could be sacrificed to obviously make that finances that we do need. So Harvey Allen's 4.6 million, Marcus Roberts is 1.4, so obviously either of those would really push us onto that objective really. So Archie Jackson, obviously he's our mainstay, so as we see he's gone up to 20 million now in value. Obviously if we get to the Premier League, we're definitely going to have to renegotiate that contract, try and get that release clause out. But at the minute, obviously, is 48 million. Nobody's really going to come in for him just yet, so we can afford to leave that contract as it is. Barbosa, we're hoping it goes out on loan. Lyndon Gooch, like I say, is not too happy about his play time, but he will get games. De La Vega, we've not seen the best of him in those first two games, but hoping to really see how good this kid is. Obviously Simonson, I think his days are numbered really. I think we didn't really get on with him as a player, and obviously after this loan we'll decide either in the summer or maybe even January we could bring him back and sell him on. I think he's not gonna make it for us. Peters, he's definitely going to be our right winger of the future and present really. Danny Loader, good backup striker. Janssen obviously has gone out on loan to Celtic, so we're happy for him to have a year of development out there. And Josh Madger, he's playing well, 76 rated now. If we can keep edging him up towards that 80 overall, I think he'll definitely continue on until the Premier League really. So at the minute I don't think, like I say, apart from the centre back, I'm not seeing a lot of places where we can improve massively if we did get into the Premier League. So obviously once you're in the Premier League you're looking for more, at least mid-70s to the 80s really. So I think obviously the keeper we'll be happy with. Defence we'll need at least one centre back. I think Wagnerman and the wing, so the wing backs are fine. And Willis, he plays like a higher rated player. Obviously 26, so he's probably not gonna make that mid-70s. So you could argue that we need two centre backs. Maybe we could just get the one for the first season, and then obviously if we stayed in the Premier League, once Bailey Wright is obviously sold on because of his age, then we could maybe then go another centre back then and possibly replace Bailey Wright and keeping Willis as a backup. So yeah, so the centre mids, like I say, they play well, but again still quite low. But hopefully Barley Mumba and Drew Yearwood would really, in the next couple of years, we're hoping for them to really rock it up. If they can get the mid-70s, we'll be happy with those to stay in there. Obviously Archie Jackson's already 78, so we're expecting he'll be in the 80s by then. De La Vega as well, be up there. Peters will definitely be over the 75, you would think. Then Loader and Madger would be going towards 75s, 80s. So yeah, I think we're not going to have a major overhaul if we did get up into the Premier League. It'd just be one or two like really good players to really push on our squad. But yeah, so I'm pretty happy with the squad. But like I say, we'll go into this Forest game now. Obviously, see if we can close out the episode 100% record really to start the season. It'll be a great achievement. So home against Nottingham Forest. Obviously, it's going to be a difficult game. Forest, a solid Championship team. You wouldn't think that they'd be really competing for the promotion push with us, but definitely going to be a difficult team to play against. It's played inside there. Max Power. Nice little spin. Jackson picks off the loose ball. Scowen. Tris Peters. Lovely little run there. Magia ran behind the defender. It's a good bit of footwork there by Peters. Made himself some space. Wally's got it out here. Looking for the ball over the top. It's easily cut out by Declan John. Jordan Willis. Tied it up nicely. John. Oh, he's giving it away. It's a poor pass there. Straight to Lolly. Joe Lolly now. Oh, and Declan John makes up for his mistake. Max Power. Into Scowen. Scowen has got Tris Peters running through there, but the ball couldn't get it through. Peters was away. Had a few of those this season already. Jackson's done well. Jackson's lovely ball into Max Power. Max Power. Oh, and he's knocked off it there, but Max Power, I think he was definitely revving up for a crack at goal there. Bognerman into Josh Scowen. Scowen, nice ball to Jackson. Jackson's got great feet, this kid. Really has got great agility. Feels so silky on the ball. Oh, it's a lovely pass. Power, again, getting his shot off, but it's well blocked. Oh, and he's cut it out. Archie Jackson. Oh, and they've given it away again. Power finds Archie Jackson. It's on his right foot there. It's a great effort from Jordan Smith. Makes a good save here. It's a good strike. Maybe a bit too close to the keeper, but on his right foot, that's not a bad effort from the youngster. Sonny Layton just rolls it out to Bailey Wright. So there's not been a lot of chances, as you can see. Two shots to one in this first half. Power. Oh, it's a good ball. Gets it to De La Vega. Here's his chance, and he's hit it against the post. Opened up to Pedro De La Vega there. It's gone for that near post, and it's just clipped the outside of the post. What a chance for our record signing. Oh, Magia. Josh Magia, it's a great save again. Forest keeper diving over there and doing really well. Power this in. Magia can't get there first. Jordan Willis. Oh, he's done well there, Willis. Did enough. Archie Jackson looking to get away to get a shot off, and it's Josh Scowen. Scowen looking for Jackson. Oh, it's a lovely turn by Archie Jackson, but his shot is blocked again. Forest doing excellent at blocking the chances at the minute. Peters. Oh, he dropped his shoulder really well, and then the pass just wasn't good enough. Looking over the top, Willis again has done really well. John to Scowen. Scowen looking for Declan John again. Continued his run. Back to Scowen. Into Archie Jackson. Jackson looking for Scowen, who's Continued on. What a chance. Still going. Oh, and how has the keeper managed to keep him out? Oh, have we not scored there? And now Max Power. It's into Jackson. Jackson starting to get a lot more influence in this second half, but can't get away this time. Oh, and here's a good chance, but Bailey Wright solid at the back. But it's looking like we're really starting to put the pressure on him here. And here's a good ball. Jackson, it's run away from him, and Worrell comes in and just takes the ball off him. Again, it was a good chance. And Declan John's done well. And again, can we counter quickly here? Vega into Jackson now. Jackson still going away. Jackson! Archie Jackson! And he is a world-class player. And again, so we've seen it so many times last year. He just made something out of nothing. And as I said earlier, he is just, his influence has been getting more and more in this second half. And what a strike. Look at this, it just takes off. It's through the defender's legs. Goalkeeper who's made some good saves in this second half. Absolutely no chance. Manager and players alike are happy. Archie Jackson, that's his second of the championship. So can Forest do one chance here, and Bailey Wright getting across, so we're into injury time, which is a Forest corner. So they've made a change. Oh, it's a good chance, and it's Peter Farrell, the youngster who's just come on in place of Declan John, and he's on the line to head it away. They're trying to get a chance, but Josh Scowen blocks it out, and we do come away from the Stadium of Light with a 1-0 victory against Nottingham Forest. It was actually probably one of the hardest games of the episode, I would say, really. Forest did play quite well. Jordan Smith picked up some good saves, obviously. Like I say, De La Vega crashing the post, but if you look at the facts, actually, we did dominate possession and chances. But Archie Jackson, the star for us. Even after winning all 3 of our championship games, we're still only in 3rd place at the minute. So Cardiff City, obviously they did come down from the Premier League, so they're reasonably strong. I was hoping that they was going to have a bit of a hangover from obviously the Premier League and all the defeats, but obviously they started really well. 3 games, 3 wins, along with Bristol City as well. Brentford, they're looking quite strong. Middlesbrough and West Brom. And then obviously Sheffield United, they've bounced back with a couple of wins. So all the teams that I expected are pretty much up there. Look at the bottom. Charlton and Huddersfield, both struggling. Lost all 3 of their games. And obviously we've got Hull, Wigan as well. Blackburn, Millwall. So I think a lot of those are... So it's looking already like it's panning out like you'd expect, really. But that's where we will finish the episode. So obviously it's been a great start to the season. Long may it continue. So obviously next time we'll come back. Obviously we've got more difficult games. Obviously we've got the Carabao Cup as well. We've got Gillingham in the Carabao Cup, so we are going to sim that game. Yeah, so next time out we will sim the Carabao Cup again. So we'll play the 3 championship games. So we have Bristol City away, Brentford at home, and then Leeds away. So obviously two of the teams right up near the top with us. So Bristol City and Brentford. So we have 2nd and 4th. And then Leeds, I think they're only about 8th as well. So it's going to be a challenging second episode, but obviously we've got no fear after the great start we've had. So we'll see how we go on next time. But yeah, very happy start, and come back next time and see how we get on. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.